You remember, right, what Zerodha did to the broking industry? You remember what Jio has done in every industry it goes into, especially telecom. Now, if these two people together come in the asset management industry, what can happen? So this sounds too exciting for a lot of people, especially other asset management companies, is going to be crazy competitive. My name is Arpit Arora. I'm India's leading personal finance expert and passive income coach, and I'm on that quest to change the middle class of India and transform their financial life in such a way that they are able to have the potential to follow their passion. They have the focus to follow their passion. They are not distracted by money because they're creating enough passive income, and most importantly, they're able to live with inner peace and joy. And that, my friends, happens by winning the game of money. That happens when you upgrade your financial IQ, and that most importantly happens when you are committed to achieve financial freedom in your life, because it cannot happen without a commitment. And it is my commitment to make sure you get all the support that you need to walk and achieve that destination. A change, a revolution, a crazy thing that is about to happen in the Indian asset management industry. And that is the entry of Jio and Zerodha together in the asset management. You remember, right, what Zerodha did to the broking industry? You remember what Jio has done in every industry it goes into, especially telecom. Now, if these two people together come in the asset management industry, what can happen? So this sounds too exciting for a lot of people, especially other asset management companies, is going to be crazy competitive, very competitive, because the ideology with which both of these people are coming in the financial industry is almost on similar lines. And the golden word is cost. These people are going to change the cost structure of the entire asset management industry. And this is a crazy benefit that we can take. How? Let's start talking about that. See, the first impact, like I told you, is going to be low cost. You know what Zerodha has done, right? They have changed the cost structure in such a way of the broking industry that you pay in absolute rupees rather than as a percentage in brokerage. Wonderful idea. At the same time, what did Jio do in the telecom industry? They almost gave a plan for free, and then they start making competitive prices, and they captured the entire market. And this is mostly the strategy in every segment that they go in. Now, if these two people come together, there's going to be a crazy price war. But the strategy is going to be different. I'll explain to you how. Jio says that they are going to focus on creating more index-based passive funds in the form of ETF and FOF. I'll explain the difference between the two in a few minutes. But more index-based funds, which could be bought through mutual funds or the demat account. Now, this gives us more options. We can choose from one to the other to the other. So this is one benefit we get. Second, this will also trigger a price war. It will force the other asset management companies to reduce their expenses, asset under management expenses. That's also another benefit we're going to get. Along with this, it's not just that the number of asset management companies which have indexes will increase. The number and type of indexes which will now have a ETF for them will also increase. Means there are a lot of sectors which do not have a ETF yet. So if you remember, many months ago, we spoke about a 2x Nifty index. Means whatever Nifty will give, it will give 2x the return. Whatever Nifty falls, it will fall 2 times faster. So if you invest in something as pure as the index, even if it falls 2 times faster, it doesn't matter, because in the long term, it's only going to go up. And if it goes up 2 times faster in the long term, this makes absolute sense for high risk investors to invest in, with the absolute surety that they will not lose money. But there is no ETF for it. So there were reverse index ETFs also. If the market goes down, this goes up, and vice versa. People generally use it in futures and options. But there the problem is that you have to keep on rolling it over. You have to you're taking a higher risk because you're putting less money, but you're taking higher exposure. And if something goes wrong in this, then obviously you end up losing a lot of money. It also becomes speculative. Now, today we'll talk about so many indexes that are available which do not even have an ETF. So you might know that this is doing so well, but you can't buy it. So you can just watch it. Like, do you remember in a few classes ago, we also spoke about an index for REITs and InvITs. So there is now on NSE a proper index for REITs and InvIT, which encompasses all of the REITs and all of the InvITs in one index. But you can't invest into it. You have to buy all of them individually. So this is what is going to happen in the future. You will be able to choose the themes, and on the themes you can have an ETF for it. One more thing which I find very, very helpful for people like us is going to be the opportunity of arbitrage. What is arbitrage? Means the index is same Nifty 50, but one index on one day falls 2%, and the other index of Nifty 50 only falls by 3%. So there's a 1% gap between the two. If I switch from one to the other, I can make or save an extra percent. And we've done that a lot of times in 2021 and 2022 when the volatility was extreme. So when you have more ETFs, this disparity, because there is a tracking error inbuilt in every index ETF, is going to be working in our favor. And that's something we can benefit immensely from. So I feel the times are great ahead of us. What Zerodha is planning to do is that they are going to invest more into the small case platform. So their approach is going to be create themes and create a small case around it, and people can invest in the small case. And that way you will be able to have like an asset manager paying you on a rupee basis. So I think that's a great news for all the investors.